Mr. Speaker, please recognize Representative Harris to present the Veteran of the Week.
Members, our veteran today is being sponsored by Representative Harris. Members of guests in the gallery, please. Representative Harris, you are recognized to introduce the Veteran of the Week.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, today I rise to honor a remarkable Oklahoman. Retired Colonel Stanley L. Evans is this week's Veteran of the Week. Colonel Evans was raised right here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and has spent a lifetime in public service. Now, he began his career in public service well before he enlisted in the Army. He started right here in Oklahoma City when, in the early 1960s, as an 11-year-old, he participated in the Oklahoma sit-in movement led by Claire Looper. He later enlisted in the Army in 1968 and earned his commission through the Officer Candidate School in Fort Sill, Oklahoma in 1970. A qualified airborne soldier, he served with the elite 82nd Airborne Division before being sent to Vietnam, where he commanded Headquarters Company of the 39th Signal Battalion, the most decorated signal battalion in the entire Vietnam War. Over his 32-year career, he served across the United States, including a tour in Alaska, and he also served overseas in Vietnam and Germany, rising to the rank of colonel. From 1995 to 1997, he served in Fort Leavenworth, the home of the Army's Command and General Staff College, as both the garrison commander and dean for students and administration. Now, he is a very decorated individual. His decorations include the Distinguished Service Medal, Legion of Merit, Bronze Star, among others. In 2020, he was inducted into the Oklahoma Military Hall of Fame and was named a U.S. Army Distinguished Member of the Signal Regiment. He retired in 2000, but he decided that his public service would continue on by earning a law degree from the University of Oklahoma College of Law with honors. He was later appointed Dean of Students for the university's law school, and with his appointment, he became the first African American to serve as a dean for an Oklahoma law school. He later founded the Oklahoma Lawyers for America's Heroes program, through which he and several other attorneys have provided free legal services to more than 4,000 veterans and their families. In 2020, he was inducted into the Oklahoma Military Hall of Fame, as I previously mentioned, but he was also inducted in 2021 in the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, one of the highest honors our state bestows. In recognition of his contributions to the legal community, Colonel Evans was inducted into the prestigious OU Law Order of the Owl, which boasts Supreme Court justices, governors, and scholars amongst its ranks. On a personal note, Colonel Evans and his wife, Sandra, have been married for 48 years. They are the parents of 2 children, Stan II and Lisa. Now, Mr. Speaker and members, if I might for a moment offer a couple of personal comments on this individual as well. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of lawyers who've had the opportunity to know Colonel Evans and be a recipient of his supportive nature, including his loving, caring disposition, and most importantly, his thoughtful correction when needed. I never was a recipient of that part. But to me personally, he has been an advisor, a confidant, a friend, a sounding board, an encourager, and he has been so ever since he met a young, brash Tuskegee University senior who was considering going to the University of Oklahoma's law school. And I would note that just before we came up here, Colonel Evans was in my office, and he was doing what he does best. He listens. He just told David Eccles in my office, share your dreams. Never be afraid to share your dreams. And he looked over at me and said, David, he shared his dreams with me so much so that my head hurt a little bit. But Colonel Evans exemplifies the best of Oklahoma. He is a warrior, a scholar, a tireless advocate for those who have served alongside him. And for me, he has been the utmost friend that I could ever ask for. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the House, please join me in recognizing our Veteran of the Week, Colonel Stanley Evans.